morning and auspicious greetings to all. Welcome to another Communities of Practice Sunday check-in session, a half hour of Dharma, reflection, and community connections. My name is Amy, your host for today. If you are a new member, please accept our wholeheartedly welcome. If you have any question about our practices and topics, we are all here to help. And if you are a regular, welcome back. It is a customary in Australia to begin any meetings by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. So, in the spirit of reconciliation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we walk, study, and reside, the Widi people of the Dharawal Nation, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. I also pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all are. The check-in session have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and the entire community. These sessions aim to develop a reflective practice in response to changes. Guided by humanistic Buddhism, we would like to cultivate our practices and build memorable friendships. For the months of February and March, we will be commemorating the legacy of the late Venerable Master Hsing Yun with memories and stories of his life and teachings. Last week, Liam Carver shared his reflections on the Dharma name given to him by the Venerable Master, upholding affinity, a name he has grown to appreciate and cherish. This week, we are delighted to invite our good friend Joey Yao to share his reflections on a phrase from Venerable Master Hsing Yun's one-stroke calligraphy, safeguard the mind, be mindful of your every thought. Joey and his family reside in Melbourne. He served as an educator for 2 years after his studies at the University of Melbourne and now serves the mental health community in Australia as an executive business partner to the C-suite executive of Niami National, one of the largest community mental health service providers in Australia. Please welcome Joey.
Thanks, Amy, for that. So thank you, Amy, for kicking off the session. Always appreciate the facilitator's effort in routinely reminding us the objectives of these check-in sessions. It sets the scene, it sets the direction, it anchors us on a common purpose. So before we proceed, let's check in. With your body in a comfortable posture, gently close your eyes. Let's start off with a gentle smile on your face. And take 3 deep breaths. Now proceed to scan our body from the head to the toe. With the gentle smile still on our face, we shall take deep breaths to relax any tensed parts of our body. There are some common areas where you might feel very tensed. The area between our eyebrows, our neck and shoulders, our stomach area just below our chest, backbone, our thigh muscles all the way down to the toes. With a gentle smile, take deep breaths to relax them. With the body relaxed, let's focus on our breathing for around 10 counts. Now gently open your eyes, and we are now ready for the session. My affinity with Fo Guangshan and the writings of Venerable Master Hsing Yun started when I was looking for children Buddhism classes for my two girls. I want them to be immersed in an environment where they can learn the teachings in a lively manner and that the learnings are connected directly to their everyday life. At the start of this year's Children Buddhism class, Venerable Jue, the monastic lead of Yu Temple in Melbourne, gave us the opportunity, including the parents, to randomly pick a bookmark from a pile that she had gathered together. Each of these bookmarks contains a phrase from Venerable Master Hsing Yun's one-stroke calligraphy. So the bookmark that I've picked contains the following words, as you can see on the screen right now. 善护念，念念在心, or safeguard the mind, be mindful of your every thought. When I read this bookmark to myself, a smile naturally arises on my face. It is actually a smile of repentance. I whispered to myself, Venerable Master, this is such a great reminder. Thank you. There's indeed a lot I need to still work on to develop this wholesome habit of being mindful of my every thought. Nevertheless, I thought of using today's session to encourage us to share how each of us is working towards developing this habit as part of our spiritual cultivation. I'll start with myself, and for me, I distill my current practice into 3 buckets that help me to achieve some progress, some limited progress, and still a lot to work through in this area of safeguarding the mind and be mindful of my every thought. The first bucket is reciting the Buddha's name. Whatever Buddha's or Bodhisattva's name we recite, we're reminding ourselves to be in constant resonance with the vows of the Buddha or the Bodhisattvas. That's why Venerable Master Hsing Yun encouraged us to say, I am Buddha. Not I am Buddha in the future, but I am Buddha right now, right at this moment, as a way to remind us that we not just have the potential to be awakened, but we can be awakened at each moment as we become mindful of our every thought, and every thought is in resonance with the vows and the will of the awakened beings. The second bucket, doing our daily homework. Venerable Master mentioned in the booklet titled Starting a Daily Practice the following quote, which I find it really useful in emphasizing the importance of daily practice. The quote reads, the main purpose of spiritual practice is to develop one's power of will. Just as porcelain plates and ceramic jars must be fired in a kiln or baked in the sun to become strong, we grow closer to recovering our true self through daily practices like offering incense, bowing to the Buddha, reading or chanting sutras or meditation. By maintaining these practices, regardless of how busy or idle we are, we will improve our temperament, purify our spirit, elevate our character, and enhance our vitality. The third bucket, quality reading each day and listening each day as well. What our sensory organs capture each day have significant yet subtle effect on our minds. Being mindful of every thought also means developing the needed parameters for the kind of sensory inputs that we are feeding our consciousness and our subconsciousness. We are grateful that in 2000, Venerable Master Hsing Yun established the Merit Times, and I thought we'd like to read out a short paragraph covering the goals of this Merit Times publication. The Merit Times is a newspaper covering a diversity of topics. It not only reports Buddhist news, but also promotes a harmonious society and purifies people's heart. It aims to care for human welfare and pursue world peace. It insists on the accuracy, breadth, and depth, caring for disadvantaged groups and public welfare, emphasizing that the content needs to be warm, healthy, educational, and environmentally friendly, without gossip, additives, or flattery. The Maritimes hope that through high-quality content, we can consider the physical and mental needs of the public, care for the sustainable development of the earth. It's a newspaper that continues the infinite wisdom of the universe, assumes social responsibility, and adheres to the founder Master Hsing Yun's philosophy of spreading good causes and good deeds in the world. The issuance of the newspaper brings peace and joy to the world and concretely realizes the goal of the world is blessed with merits and the merits flow through the world. 人间有福报，福报满人间. So imagine we constantly immerse ourselves in words from such publications and similar media platforms. Our minds will indeed gradually over time develop the needed guardrails to safeguard ourselves from contaminants that result us in losing our precious moment-to-moment mindfulness. So I'm still working hard on perfecting these practices. They aren't easy, but they are fun. Mistakes will be made, but we can learn from them, grow with them, and with a gentle smile, repent them sincerely. To me, I see safeguarding our minds and developing mindfulness of our every thought as the fertile soil for the sustainable growth of our seeds of prajna wisdom and compassion. So let's commence our discussion with the following questions. Share your experience on how you're working on safeguarding your mind and developing mindfulness of your every thought, and what you'd like to do more in this area. Back to Amy.
Thank you, Joey, for your sharing and reminding us to be mindful of our every thought. Now we will be placed in groups of 3 to 4 to share the discussion questions. In the discussion, we recommend you spend some time getting to know each other and then discussing our questions. There will be some Zoom notifications to guide you, but feel free to let the flow of your discussion guide you. Our sessions are guided by metta, which is unconditional love and kindness for all sentient beings. Let's use these breakout sessions to express and receive loving kindness to and from one another, and take time to pause, share, and listen. We will also ask you to share some of your findings with a larger group at the end of the breakout discussion. So now let's go to our breakout rooms for rich and nourishing discussions. See you all back in 15 minutes. Welcome back. We invite you to share your thoughts on your group discussions or reflections on the topic of be mindful of your every thought. Your sharing is appreciated as our lovely poster team put these quotes of wisdom into a beautiful designed poster.
Thanks, Amy, for that. While everybody is getting the message in, thought of just taking a couple of seconds to share the group conversation that we had. There's a lot of gold nuggets there on the importance of silence every day, the mindfulness that the mind is flooded with a lot of voices and information. How do we discern them? How do we be careful about what we ingest into our consciousness? And there's also a message about taking more time to do little things, to be more aware of them. And the last message was be careful of being mindful of our physical body as well. So over in the chat group, we have Lychee mentioning right views by understanding the condition of mind, brings back the mind to the present moment and the awareness of the powerful of now, the present moment. We have another one from Priscilla, gave examples of the discussion gave examples of integrating reminders in our daily lives to be mindful, books, mass, community rituals, and taking deep breaths and a step back. Back to you, Amy, to round up the session. Thanks.
Thank you, Joey. We really hope the check-in session was helpful to you, and we hope you experience the unconditional love and compassion of this community. But for anyone who might be experiencing a greater need than what today could meet, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us, and you can also reach out to the professional organizations on the screen. Next week, we welcome Lai Ping Lim to share her memories of the Venerable Master. Her topic will be Befriend with Illness. Be sure to join in on this healing topic. Our commemorative sessions continue over February and March with our generous friends listed here taking the stage. For those interested in a more academic, in-depth study of humanistic Buddhism, we invite you to join the Humanistic Buddhism Special Interest Group. The first meeting of the year will be via Zoom on the 12th of March. More details in the midweek email, and we will also share the link in the chat box. As we check out today, let's recite the dedication of merits together to send love and compassion to whoever is in need.
Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows.
Thank you, Joey, for your time and generous sharing with us today. Thank you, Joe, for being our IT master behind the scenes. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Now we will have our usual plenary session. So please stay around if you have time. Otherwise, see you all again next Sunday at 11 a.m.